Some things in life are bad, some can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle, and this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and sing and dance. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps, just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's a final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. You might as well enjoy it, it's your last. And always look on the bright side of life. 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 Hi folks, always look on the bright side of life. Eric Idle, Monty Python, Life of Brian, this one was from, I believe. This is a lovely little song, this one, and although to play it you'll be changing chord pretty frequently, once you get in the swing of it, I think it's actually quite a nice one to do, and it's really fun, gets everyone singing along. So I'm going to take you through kind of how I'd suggest playing this one. And what I've done for this as well is I've written out the whistle part onto the ukulele as well. Okay, I'm not really much of a whistler myself. I know some people are absolutely fantastic with that, and if you can whistle on this one, then whistle away. But I can't, so I decided, well, instead of whistling, I've got a ukulele in my hands. I will try and pick up those notes on the ukulele. Because that entertains me into the small hours. You can do that as well if you like, or not. You can just carry on strumming through those bars, whatever works for you. But let me just talk through the sections of this then. So there's two sections, there's the verse and the chorus, but at the end of the song what happens is a key change. So the chorus kind of gets moved up in the register that's played in. Start off in G, and then everything gets kind of shunted upwards to A. And hopefully you can hear, that's kind of, it's the same sequence, but one's just higher than the other. Then up. Okay, so there in G. Always look on the bright side of life. Then you go up. Always look on the bright side of life. Okay, so that's the key change, okay? The same thing, but higher up. Sometimes lower, sometimes people key change down. That's less common. So there you go, key change upwards. The verse then starts off at A minor. And actually the majority of this song is built around kind of one chord progression, and the verse and the chorus just start it at different points in the sequence. So watch this, you'll see it as we go through. You start in the verse with A minor to D7, and then G, and then E minor. Now I tend to go through those playing them kind of the way that you probably find them written. So you've seen me play through that and think, why is he playing that hard way when he could play it a different way that's a bit easier? I just do, it just feels natural to me. But I'll show you this way as well. So A minor, if you break the rules a little and do that with your first finger, then you only got to bring in your middle finger to get to D7. Drop them both down, bring the third in, you've got G, then bring your pinky on, and you're at E minor. And then your first finger may have stayed there when you did that, or it might be floating. Either way, that's only got to go up here now to get to A minor, and you're round again. So that actually makes that first sequence quite nice. Essentially not a lot of movement happening in my hand there. If I do it that way, I just often default back to there. But as you're learning this for the first time, you can learn it that way if you like. So you do that 3 times to the verse, and I would say for this one, the first verse is kind of a bit more spoken. So I would be tempted, and you'll see me do it in the performance as well, just to kind of hit the chords at a slower pace, 1 strum each, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, doing it like that. When the second verse rolls around and everything's up to speed, there'll be 2 strums on each. Okay, so that's how I'd say to approach that strumming wise. You do that sequence 3 times in the verse then, and then once you've done it 3 times, from the E minor the 3rd time around, you'll go to A7 and then D7. And there, I would think about kind of pump that up a little bit. Okay, so try and bring the speed up a little. You've been doing it slower. In there, and then we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring the pace up. And always look on the bright side of life. Doesn't have to be drastic. Okay, not suddenly up there. Okay, but just kind of gradually build that up a little bit, and just bringing in the extra strums, 1 on every beat, or bring it in there. Start bringing those strums in. That starts to give everything a lift up for that big sort of sing-along chorus. Okay, so I said your 2 sequences in this, the verse and the chorus, were kind of the same thing from a different perspective. So in the verse, you did A minor, D7, G, E minor. In the chorus, you start at the G, G, E minor, A minor, D7, and that's it. You just do that 4 times. G, E minor, A minor, D7. And the way it works is once with the words, always look on the bright side of life, then the whistle, do-do, 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 do-do. Okay, or okay, so I've played that in the performance, and I've played it at a slower speed for you as well, but just quickly here, what you'll be doing is playing the 10th fret on the A string, and then the 7th fret on the A string. Okay, that's the first 2 notes. Then you're going to work your way down. 8 on the E, and then 9 on the C. So that shape you actually make on the descent, it's a bit like an E minor sort of shape. 10, 7, 8, 9. Okay, changing strings, those last 2 notes there. Then you go back to the E string, 7, 8. Seven on the A again, and the last note is 10 on the E. 10, 7 on the A, 8 on the E, 9 on the C, 7, 8 on the E, 7 on the A, 10 on the E. Da 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 da. Now, if you want to play that the way I play it, I actually hit the G at the start of the picking bar. So I do this: G, E minor, A minor, D7, G, pick. Okay, you might not be able to do that straight away. You might need to leave that G off. Whilst you move across, and that's fine. Or you might like to ignore that and just strum straight on through. Okay, and that whistle obviously sits over those chords. Okay, so that's the chorus, and a little bit on that picking bit there in the original key. When the key changes, then we now do A, F sharp minor, D, E7, and you can play the D however you want in this one. It doesn't matter. I've actually started recently to use the one where I just shuffle this first finger along rather than go from F sharp minor there and switch around here. So rather than that, I'm just doing that. You can use whichever one you like. It really doesn't matter as long as you've got a D chord in there. I think actually one of these ones with an open A string sounds a bit nicer to my ears than the bar chord D. A bit nicer to play as well, but whatever. A, F sharp minor, D, E7, and that's the chorus with the key change. And then the whistle then is moved up as well. Okay, so where we started at 10 before, this time we'd start at 12. So if you're on a soprano uke, you've probably only got 12 frets. So 12 is easy to find, it's the last one. Usually got a double dot there as well. So 12, 9, and it's going to follow the kind of the same physical shape that you did before, the same set of fingers, just now all the notes are moved along too. So 12, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 9, 12. Okay, just add 2 frets onto everything you did before. And what should happen over time is actually your fingers get used to kind of moving through that sequence. And in that order, so it doesn't matter where you play it, they kind of get familiar with that sequence. That's how kind of melody playing works. Like when you play chords, you train that hand to get used to moving through those chord shapes. When you do something like this with enough practice, you won't be consciously thinking about every note as much, and it gets a little bit easier and a little bit more fluid. But it'll never sound any good if you chase it around with one finger. Okay, it might take you half the day to find all those notes. You never play it in time. So multiple fingers through there, 3 fingers or 4 fingers. Okay, whatever you can fit into the available spaces. You'll probably just find that as you come further up the neck, you've got to push down a little bit more as well as the action kind of gets a bit higher. So there we go then, that's a bit of always look on the bright side of life. It's a really nice fun one, so take that away, have a practice with it and enjoy. Take care. Some things in life are bad, they can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best.